Okay, first up in our growth studio, Jan Lehman. Boy, we could all use listening to Jan Lehman as an executive coach and productivity consultant. Help me, Lord. Jan has advised some of the biggest companies in the world, but today she is here to give you the insight that you happen to need to make the most of your oh so valuable time. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Jan Lehman.
All right, here's the deal. I hate waste. I hate it. It's a pet peeve. And we do it all day long. We allow technology to distract us, and we waste our day. And we end up being busy and not focused on our top priorities. And what gets impacted when you have less time? Time with family, right? Your health, maybe, for some of you. Your overall success. And here's the deal, it's absolutely within your control to take back time in your day. And I'm going to share a couple very simple but really powerful tips that will allow you to do this. So as a productivity consultant, we help our clients maximize what we think are your three most valuable resources. Have you ever stopped to think, what are my three most valuable resources? I'll give you a hint. They start with a T. We call them the three T's. Awesome. Talent, yep. Tenacity, I love it. Technology, awesome, excellent. Time, talent, and technology are your three most valuable resources. Time, 100%, the number one most. It's finite. You use it, you lose it. It's gone. Technology is absolutely, we are in such a wonderful place in this day and age to leverage technology. Please come to my breakout session and learn more about how you can maximize it. Right now, I'm talking more about how technology is our enemy and it can distract us. But you want to leverage technology to streamline and automate as much as you can so, again, you have more time in your day. And if you have more time, then you can step forward and maximize your talent. So each one of you has an amazing skill set. You're a great salesperson or a strategic thinker. And we want you spending way more time there than just responding to emails. So focusing on the three T's. But here's the deal. The Wall Street Journal tells us that all of you are wasting 40% of your day because you weren't taught, isn't that crazy? 40% of your day because you weren't taught organizing skills to deal with today's demands. This is talking about organizing your time, your priorities, your tasks, your data. I have great job security. Look at that, 40%. And I'm not telling you this to make you feel defeated because so many people feel really defeated when it comes to email and when it comes to time. I'm telling you this from an exciting standpoint, an opportunity standpoint. We've gotten many clients to a 30%, 40% improvement rate, and you can absolutely do it. Tell me if this sounds familiar. You come into work, and you kind of roughly have a plan what you're going to do for the day. And you're like, I'm just going to check email real quick. You get on email, and before you know it, your customers are driving you down a rabbit hole, and your team members are driving you down a rabbit hole. So the tail is wagging the dog. Technology is driving your day versus your mind being in control. That's not what we want to have happen. So you got to know this. The information that's coming at us is doubling every 12 to 18 months. It's a crazy, crazy world. So we've got to figure out how to be productive, not just busy. So a couple things to consider. When you are responding to an email, more often than not, you're helping someone else be productive. You'll rationalize, well, I had to get back to them. But was it your most important work? You got to balance it. You got to get your most important work done while helping others be productive. So we often coach to our clients, think about the Pareto Principle. You know that concept of focusing on 20% of the activity that's going to give you the 80% return on your investment? Excuse me, that's what you want to do. So one of the things you need to do is you got to have a plan coming into your day, or email will 100% be your plan. So you've got to know your top three priorities you're going to work on. Charles Schwab hired a productivity consultant years ago, and the entire company, they said every single employee is going to do two things. First, you're going to identify your top three priorities. Second, you're going to do it first before you do anything else. That's how Schwab skyrocketed such success. Simple but powerful advice. Now, Not enough just to come up with a plan if you've got back-to-back meetings and a crazy day, right? So the other thing you got to do is you got to block time on your calendar. You got to find time on your calendar. Every single person deserves 1 hour a day to do their most important work. And we're not talking about just picking any old hour, because you'll all pick 4 o'clock in the afternoon when everybody's left and the office is quiet. And 80% of you are morning people. So we're telling you to pick that hour when you're most on. You've got the highest level of energy. You can write something as near to perfect as you'll ever write it. That's the focus time we're talking about. But again, that's not enough. You've got to block out the distractions. So close your door, put a sign on your door that says focus time, or on a cubicle, and tell people, don't bother me for 1 hour. I want to have focus time. And then turn off those darn pings and notifications and all that craziness. Because when you get interrupted, if somebody just knocking on your door and say, hey, what do you want for lunch today? Or the ping pops up on your email and you read it, but you don't respond, but you still read it, you lose on average 20 minutes in your day. That's on average. So I'm thinking if you're doing something really intense, you lose the whole hour. So it's like 2 steps forward, 1 back all day long. So if you're wondering where your time goes and why the person down the hallway can leave at 5 and you have to work a couple extra hours, again, 2 steps forward, 1 back, allowing these interruptions throughout your day. So why is it so hard to ignore that stupid ping? Why is it? Have you guys heard of phantom texting? Anybody? Phantom texting is when you think you hear the ping of your text because you want to hear the ping of your text. We are like in this crazy, crazy world. So there's 3 reasons it's hard to ignore the ping. First one, at this point in time, it's like Pavlov's dog. You hear a bell and you look. We're just in this ASAP responsiveness environment we cannot sustain. The second reason it's difficult to ignore the ping is many of you want to be in the know, right? It's why Facebook is a $1 billion business. We all want to know what's going on in the world. We crave knowing what's going on, so we get drawn to it. The third reason it's hard to ignore the ping is that when we cheat and do something we're not supposed to do, so we're supposed to be doing our invoicing or our budgeting or something god-awful boring, and we hear the ping and we just want to check a quick email, our body literally releases dopamine. We get a high from reading email. So you guys are getting each other high all day long. It's like a crazy, crazy world. So here's the deal. You absolutely have it within your power to take back control using these simple tips and ideas. We helped a client on the 3 T's. What are the 3 T's? I love it. Time, talent, and technology. And this gentleman has 2.5 hours back in his day, every day. I'm not making it up. Sustained it for 4 years now. So here's my question for you. What would be the impact to the financial bottom line of your business if you personally had 2.5 more hours in your day every day? Think about that. Or maybe for you, your motivator isn't money. Maybe for you, you want to lose weight. You want to get out of work and lose weight. And so you might take those 2.5 hours and get out of work early, go to the gym, get home, make a healthy meal, and then it might be an impact to a very different bottom line. Get it? Get it? Thank you. Thank you, everybody.